Hi again, this is Dr. Jerry here. I want to talk to you about one of the more common questions I'll get in the office, and that is, do I use hot or do I use cold when I have a problem in my back? Well, all right. It's important that you're aware of this because home remedies can sometimes make the pain go away and sometimes they don't. It depends on what you're trying to fix up. Well, when the back is first hurt, it's often a sprain-strain type injury, and that usually has some muscle spasm with it. And when a nerve in the low back gets pinched or irritated, the body will protect the delicate nerves by keeping you from moving and risking any further nerve injury. So that's when you'll get muscle spasm and pain that'll turn on, and that can be quite severe. Now, with that type of situation, it's often better to use heat because heat will soothe the muscles and oftentimes allow them to relax. All right? You can use like a hot water bottle. You can get into a hot tub, maybe stand in the hot shower. If you have a microwave and have one of those hot packs, it can be warmed up in the microwave for a couple minutes. Those are all good sources of nice, moist heat. You do not want to use a dry heating pad, nor do you want to sleep on the heating pad. The dry heat will actually cause inflammation to get worse and oftentimes make you feel worse than you did when you started before you had the heat put on. Now, when you have an injury type thing, like an acute injury, let's say you really hurt yourself extremely bad with the back, you usually want to avoid heat with that type of injury. It's very similar to like a sprained ankle. You know, when someone severely sprains an ankle right away, they will put an ice pack on it immediately. And that's how you want to look at it if you really sprain your back severely, and that's where the ice comes into play. So, the simplest thing to do is use a simple ice pack with ice cubes inside the plastic bag. And you want to be careful with this now because you don't want to leave it on the area too long. And when you first put the ice on the area, you're going to go through several phases before some of the pain relief is actually achieved. At first, it's going to feel kind of cold. The next phase is kind of a burning sensation will take place. And actually, the ice will almost feel hot at that point. And then this is followed by an aching or a throbbing sensation. And just before the area is numb, a very sharp pain will sometimes be experienced, followed by the relief of the pain after that. Now, at this point, this is where you want to take that ice pack off then and leave it off and give the body a rest. Okay? So, once that numbness is achieved in that area, again, you make sure you remove the ice pack, and you should definitely don't fall asleep on that ice pack at all. Okay? So it's a simple procedure to do this. It's very helpful. You can do it at home. And I just want to give you a couple other ideas on different types of ice type things you can use. All right? You can kind of get what is called an ice towel. What you want to do is you wet a towel with cold water. You squeeze it out till it's just damp. You fold the towel and you place it in a plastic bag and put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes. Once you have that, you can then take that towel out of the plastic bag and place it over the affected area, and that'll help with the pain. You can also basically make yourself an ice pack, a simple one. You put some ice cubes in a plastic bag, add a little bit of water, squeeze the air out of the bag, and seal it. And then you wrap that bag in a kind of a wet towel and apply it to the affected area. Now, also, you can actually, believe it or not, use a bag of frozen vegetables. You know, I've had people say they use frozen peas or different types of frozen vegetables as an ice pack. And also, a real important type of ice pack thing you can use is called an ice cup. You fill a paper cup about 2/3 full of water. You freeze it until it's solid ice. And then before you use it, you just peel back the paper and expose the ice there. And then you rub that ice over the affected area for 3 to 5 minutes. It's like direct ice on it, but you rub it over the area. That will also give you some very good relief of a pain situation. So there you go. I hope that helps you in knowing whether to apply hot or ice. And I'll talk to you next time around. For over 30 years now, Family Life Chiropractic has been helping our community with natural approaches to healthcare. One of our missions has been to guide our patients, their families, and friends to make rational health decisions that will provide them with a pain-free, drug-free, and healthier lifestyle for themselves, their children, and for future generations. I want to thank you for listening to these health tips. If you know of someone who needs help, please share them with them. I also want you to please check back, because I will be continually adding useful information to this site, and there'll be new things I'm sure you'll want to find out about. This is Dr. Jerry signing off.